that's loud enough. Yeah, someone talk.
Hello.
All right, that's good. We're going in 5, 4. Oh, they can already hear us. Shit.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Good job, Vic.
I was checking the audio and I was like, oh wait, they can already hear us.
Perfect.
Whoops.
Oh,
Got
trash.
Just
Got 'em.
the smoothest.
Got 'em.
Really
It's
nailed
okay.
it there.
I tried.
This was the
Hello,
plan.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War, Episode 3, baby. We're Episode 3. Friends on the Other Side. I'm joined by an amazing cast as per usual. So before we get into our action jam-packed show, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? You okay, Annie? I'm gonna go ahead and introduce, or let my fellow cast members introduce themselves. So starting from the order we decided last week. Go ahead.
Great. Yeah, I'm Aid. I'm here. I'm playing Sarah Farron from Final Fantasy 13-2. I got plugs. I'll do them at the end.
I'm Lucian, and I'm playing Ben Solo from Star Wars Post His Death. That's it.
Hi, I'm Zeke. I'm playing Alpha the Chocobo, a little cartoon bird sunshine boy. I also have plugs, and we'll get them at the end.
Hi, I'm Leslie or Baltica, and I'm playing San and Moro from Princess Mononoke.
And I will be your game master tonight, Nobleman Nick, also known as Nick, and I'm the GM and all the enemies and all the NPCs, because that's how I run this show. To remind everyone watching and our cast members at home, and most importantly myself, we are trying to keep this stream as TV-14 for everyone able to watch and enjoy themselves. You'll have some light-hearted violence, some serious talks about darkness, as well as everything else. But hopefully none of us will drop an F-bomb. We were in the one allotment for each, so that was good.
I'm gonna try really hard today.
Very hard. Super hard.
Yeah, don't.
Luckily, that one in
shit's
particular
okay.
is easy for me.
I was just waiting to see if maybe Wes had any announcements he wanted me to announce. But so everyone, we're playing. I was unable to play tomorrow, so that's why we're playing at this kind of weird time slot today. Next week, the main cast won't be here, but we will be premiering episode 3.5, a special vignette Other Side story, joined by some awesome guest stars. It will continue the Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War story, but not in the way you might think. So definitely give that a check. And that'll be so our dear friend Zeke can recover from the bowls of ice cream you will be downing in smoothies, hopefully. As I was when I got my wisdom teeth removed. So I get you there. But yeah, who wants to... Let's see, I'm going to pick someone random. Leslie, I want you... Yeah, I saw that face. Why don't you go ahead and recap what happened last session? Oh, you're muted. Oh shit.
Super. Stop. Language, sir.
Did I curse?
Sorry, I did originally mute myself because there's an ambulance going by. So last week, since I took really diligent notes, last week we met the Aggie's grandchildren, and then ran into Aggie, whose last name I don't remember, but we ran into her, and we met her, and she actually already knows Master Strange, so we kind of confided in her and kind of talked a lot about what she's seen going on in Halloween Town. And then we realized something was going on at the movie theater. So, and then I think we realized that Benny was going to the movie theater too. And we know that something shady is going on there. And then when we arrived at the movie theater, Benny's cab was outside without Benny.
That's, yeah, great summary.
We also talked to what's his face,
Oh yeah.
the current mayor. What's his name? Calabar. Whatever his name is.
Seemed like a
that
nice
guy.
guy. Laurel
He
got
said
headed on by some kids.
She was not thrilled.
But yes, we do have our announcements. So anyone that did not read the chat, or just to choose not to. Tomorrow on Saturday is going to be Rage Across Birmingham, as always, 7:30 p.m. Central. Werewolf.
Tomorrow is not Saturday.
Oh no, Saturday. Oh my god, it's because we're on Friday. Saturday. Saturday is Rage Across Birmingham, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Yeah, Rage Across Birmingham is awesome. I love Werewolf. I love me some Werewolf the Apocalypse. So go ahead and watch, and you have some great people on there. My favorite's Ben. Ben's always my favorite. And then Sunday, as always, we have Iron City by Night, which is coming at 7 p.m. Central on Sunday. And it's the penultimate episode of the season. That means second to last for those people who didn't pick up a dictionary when they were a kid. And maybe that's why you're watching Kingdom Hearts with us now. I'm joking. I kid. But it's going to be awesome because everyone knows the episode before the season finale is the best. And also, someone we know is on that. I wonder who. Oh wait, cameraman respected push right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started as we have the music running. Then hopefully we got hit with a copyright strike. We didn't do last time, so I've said it. I jinxed myself. All right, so yeah, you pull up to the movie theater. In tow, you see Benny's cab. It's empty. The movie theater is one of those like classic ones, with the big kind of like open like kind of entrance with the booth in the middle, and the sign that has like the almost long protruding like architecture to it that would have lit up at one time but looks dead and kind of covered with dust. He looks at you as you pull up in her car. I don't even think she had a car in Halloween Town, but she has a car here because why not?
She's got a car now.
Yeah. It goes, this does not bode well. Benny never leaves his car. Didn't think he was possible to leave that car. What do you do?
So we get out of the car.
Okay.
A good first step.
Sarah looks to the others and she says, "All right, we should be careful."
Of course we should be careful. We shouldn't just run in there willy-nilly. Maybe we should be quiet.
I'd agree with being quiet, but we shouldn't dilly-dally.
Then let's go.
Yes.
Alpha's gonna pipe up with a sneaking mission.
Shh, Alpha. Shh.
Okay, so you're not running in there with your with guns blazing, right? Weapons aren't out yet.
No.
Okay.
Much to my dismay.
Let's see. Actually, can I deep dive?
Okay, you want a deep dive? Oh my god, that's awesome. That's not the first time we've used this move, but it's the first time this move has been performed willingly. So yeah, go ahead and roll. What is it, heart?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give us a deep
All right,
dive.
I'm not good at heart, but maybe I can roll really well.
And if you fail, it's always an... Oh, well. Maybe before we start, we should talk about like really quick how experience is being done.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So, for the sake of prolonging the game and making sure, because as Powered by the Apocalypse systems go, you tend to like almost level up every session. And unfortunately, if we get too many level up, the characters will be too powerful, and then we would have to reset, and that would not be fun for everyone. So we've come to an agreement that every world will have a cap of 1 advancement. So you can look forward to possibly up to 13 advancements, which is still...
That's so many advancements.
That's still crazy,
So many.
but whatever. It's fun.
It's fine.
awesome.
We're having fun. It doesn't
We're
matter.
having fun. So we'll it's better than 13 than 20. That's all.
All right. So I got an 11 minus 1, which is 10.
10, which is still perfect.
Which means
You
I
have
can
3
also
questions.
and I can also relock my Ben Solo link. So
Oh, okay, awesome.
okay, so I get to ask 3 of these questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the first one I'll ask is, what is the biggest threat here?
The biggest threat you can definitely see is whatever is in the movie theater. It has been it just has been told to you like every time. Yeah, the movie theater's abandoned. It's just everything points to this place, and you're guessing that the kind of scariness of an abandoned place might have kept people out of here, or just maybe they're just being polite and not going into the abandoned place. But you know that whatever's in here is probably the biggest threat to Halloween Town right now.
Okay. What here is not as it seems?
As you kind of think and look around, because you're outside the movie theater, right?
Yes.
You can tell there's a variety of people walking around, like outside the town, and it takes you a second, but then you start to realize that they kind of have this 5-mile stare on their faces. A lot of them, like not interacting with each other, almost like they've been, like the living dead almost.
Cool. Oh boy. All right. Cast, do you have any ideas of which my last question should be?
DB, what's the best way out of the situation? What was done here recently, or what I could use to blank?
I guess.
I kind of want what was done here recently. But...
Yeah, that's kind of what I was leaning towards. Yeah. What was done here recently?
As you're taking a look and kind of contemplating everything, you see a lot of like footprints within the dust going in and out of the theater. It looks like there's been a lot of coming and going from this place, to the point where there's been a lot of people that have been shuffled through this place.
Cool.
At one point there was a lot of people, or there might still be a lot of people in here.
Alrighty.
You get 1
so
plus 1 forward to acting on those answers.
yes. So I turn to my friends and I kind of convey all of that briefly. And I'll look to them to be like, we should probably try to be
Posture check.
quiet and sneaky, and let's try not to hurt anyone unnecessarily.
Okay. So you all proceed inside.
Assuming the door is unlocked, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of
Not
course
only
it is.
Not only is it unlocked, it's wide open.
Oh, it's like not even closed?
So it's almost as saying
Concerning.
yeah, it's almost saying like they want you to go inside.
Oh.
Aggie's got her little like talisman out, and if you remember, so she kind of pulls it out. It kind of resembles like a short wooden staff, maybe about that long, with like the talons, like wooden carved talons coming out into 3, and then in the center, being held by the talons, is this kind of glass, foggy like orb that seems to spark with power. All right, so as you proceed inside, who's taking lead?
Hey, son.
Yes,
Get up here with me.
of course.
Is Moro coming in with us?
Of course.
Okay, then both of you, obviously.
Yeah, I figure.
Giant wolf is pretty intimidating.
Yeah, I figure if you like think of a movie theater, they usually have like big double doors, and I think Moro could probably fit through those.
I figured she would figure her way in anyway.
Yeah.
We're not leaving the wolf outside for a potential fight. She come with.
Yeah, you'll squeeze her through.
Yeah.
I'll go last
Okay.
for what it matters, or for if it matters.
Surround Alpha so Alpha is safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
protect Alpha in the middle, basically.
This is
what
true.
I'm trying to
Protect
say.
the cinnamon
Okay.
roll.
I accept this.
So as you Aggie will back up Sarah. So like she'll join the rear force. But she's an old lady. She can't walk that fast. Not like
So
Ben
now
and
that
Sam
we're-
can.
So now that we're inside, what does it look like in here?
So it's so the theater, despite its kind of grand entrance, is a single theater, movie theater, like one of those old ones. You can see the kind of red pathway leading up and 2 row of seats. There's a lot of things going on at once. The first thing that you notice is that the screen is turned on. Not only is it turned on, but it's projecting this kind of dark, foggy portal-like defect on it. Like something will emerge from it at any time, any given time in the next few moments. The second thing you notice is that there's a thick layer of dust and cobwebs coating everything.
Everything?
Majority of stuff. Like, it's old and this place has been politically abandoned. And the third thing is that the seats are all filled. Most of them are with people just staring ahead. Towards the front of the room, it's very easy to see a familiar skeleton staring ahead at the screen with his hat, his little taxi cab hat, different from the rest of the people.
Okay. Well, I would like to take this opportunity to, much in the vein of what Sarah did, I would like to use a playbook move. We need to think before we act, and ask the GM, what here will keep my friends safe?
What here will keep... So your question is, what here will keep my friends safe?
Yes.
Turn the music up just now. What friend... You notice that probably the biggest source of danger is the portal, just because it's mysterious. Keeping your eyes on that thing will be super important. You don't want to get caught off guard if something just emerges through.
Okay.
So, sorry, continue. See.
Follow-up question. With the big creepy portal being projected on the screen, where is the projector in the room?
The projector it's at the it's like at the back in the projections booth, which is kind of behind everything.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay, that was kind of partially my question. So it seems like this portal is being projected, like the projector is on and is projecting.
Yes.
Or it is just on the screen. Okay. So Sarah will kind of like get up to her friends and be like, we should probably try to disrupt that, and like gesture like both to the screen and like towards the projector.
Do you think if we just interfere with it that it will keep everybody else safe, or do we need to move them first?
I mean, I don't know if they're going to be moving anywhere anytime soon.
You see Aggie start to look at the people, her wand brightening up and illuminating parts of the area. And specifically, she's like looks at these people and she's like, I recognize these people. They all went missing days ago.
So they've been here for days?
What is happening to them? They're breathing, but they're just staring. They're like out of it.
Do they look? Ben's gonna wave his hand in front of whoever's closest in the seats.
They just like a blank stare, like this is almost like a zombie.
If I try to read their thoughts using the Force, should I roll magic to see if they have any active thoughts?
Yep.
Okay, can I do that? I want to know. Let's see, magic is mastery, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Roll mastery. So go ahead.
That's a 6, so I do not pass.
You do mark.
But you do get XP.
Oh, but you've already leveled up.
I've already leveled up.
Oh no.
That's okay. I try to read the thoughts, and well, it's a little distracted with the projector.
As you try to read their thoughts, it's a lot of crackling and static, a lot of resistance, to the point where it just feels weird. It feels supernatural to you. Like there's another force user almost. Like someone else using, not necessarily the force, but like someone else using that
It's
kind of
magic
like,
afoot.
yeah, some freaky stuff afoot. And as you're kind of trying to get like inlay into that, you hear crackling coming from the portal.
Can I? Okay. I would like to use. Tell me if I can do this, Nick.
Okay.
So the projector, the actual projector is in the projector room,
Mm-hmm.
but I would like to use from the Aether to try to get an object that can help me, or get an item that can help me like destroy the screen or the projector or something. It reads, when confronted with a daunting obstacle, roll with mastery. 10+, you're able to get an item that you need. 7 to 9, and then on a miss, there's like some other stuff that I can read, if applicable.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you can go ahead and do that.
Cool. I want to use all my cool moves.
Do it.
Let's see. That is an 11, which also
Alright.
means I get to relock some more links here.
So you hear Mog for a second kind of floating around, as you kind of like, you're like, what do we do to do this? Because Mog, does transform into your weapon, and you go Kupo, and just starts like convulsing for a bit, before turning into. Have you ever seen Kill la Kill by any chance? Anyone in here?
Yes, I have actually.
Yeah.
Changes into a pair of giant scissor blades.
Oh, I love it.
As you look down at the projector screen.
Are they like floating?
They are floating. They're floating. They're you can see, you can tell it's Mog. It's Mog doing his.
Yeah. No, but like, do I need to physically use these scissor blades?
Yeah.
Or okay, then I guess I will take them and run towards the screen to try to destroy it.
Sarah, where are you going?
I think while Sarah's doing that, I kind of want San to kind of, because is Benny on the opposite side of like the stage? Like, where's Benny on the stage?
He's
exactly?
like in the front row, so you would have to get pretty close. So you have to run with Sarah pretty much.
Yeah, I think I want San to kind of move with Sarah, and kind of like hide near Benny so that when things get scary, she can kind of like maybe tug Benny to safety, or like depending on what happens. I just want her to be close to him. And if that's considered like her splitting from Moro, I can always roll many hands, make light work.
Okay,
but
is Moro just kind of hanging back too?
Yeah, I think Moro's gonna stay with the main group, and then San is gonna kind of split and go with Sarah to try and protect Benny.
Okay, that sounds perfectly fine by me.
Okay.
So yeah, you can definitely go ahead and do that. It's not like you're separating.
That's what. Yeah, I didn't think we were
so
going too far, so I thought it'd be okay.
Yeah, it's a small theater, for all intents and purposes. So as you kind of separate and go, and you go over to Benny, Benny has you don't know if Benny has the same look in the eye because he doesn't have like eyes.
He doesn't have eyes, yeah.
But he's staying still. His bones aren't rattling. Not that they were ever warm or anything, but he feels cold. He feels like a dead skeleton is what he feels like. But you're not sure if that's just like he's like in the same zombie state and just not moving, because it's like not a lot to infer.
Okay.
And then so as you kind of go up and like Sarah, you're trying to get the scissor blades to
I would like to try to destroy the screen.
Something is. The dark energy is crackling even more.
It's magic. Ben is
kinda,
saying as Sarah's running.
I ain't afraid of no magic. No, she doesn't say that.
As you say it's magic, Ben says it's magic. You hear a voice call out from behind you, Ben.
Oh.
Yes, kid. It's my particular brand of magic.
No, he whips around and pulls out his keyblade. Well, sorry, his lightsaber keyblade. I called it a
Yeah.
keyblade first.
It is a
Oh, now I'm
keyblade.
immersed.
Immersed.
You see the familiar face of the cloaked individual, with the exception of the face and large top hat. Now. Looks like you've come here and found out my plan.
You left the door wide open.
That's because I wanted you to come in, young Solo.
He
Why don't
wrinkles
we?
his nose.
He kind of peels off the organization cloak, and as he does so, it doesn't like fall off like normal clothes. It's like darkness separating from him. And you see an outfit that much rather kind of matches what he was wearing on top of his head. You see like a torn kind of suit jacket with the kind of button-up velvet vest, as well as long black pants. And he's now holding a staff in his hand that seems to be adorned with skulls and all matters of feathers and other weird, odd bone-like trinkets. This is what it's come to. Me, Dr. Facilier, lone seeker of darkness against 4 guardians of light. Now, I don't know about you, kid. That doesn't seem like too fair of odds now, does it?
I was wondering where your friend is.
Oh, don't worry. He points to the portal. He's coming out soon. But why don't I show you a little bit about what I can do? Now, I've been watching you when you fought the Heartless, so I can assume I know a little bit about your phantasms. But let me show you a little preview of mine. Hey boys, and you see everyone that's kind of sitting down in the room. They start to move a little bit as he places the staff kind of in front of him, leaning on it. Why don't you show our friends here a little southern comfort? And as he gestures, the staff glows. Kind of, you can see wisps of like almost spirit-like beings emanating through it, and the people start to get up in jagged movements, almost like they're straight like puppets on strings. You see, I don't need to do the fighting, not when I got every citizen of Halloween Town under my control. And he points towards Ben and goes, "Let's hit it." And then the people are on top of Ben as they
And then
rush
the
towards
battle
you.
music starts.
And the battle music starts.
I'm gonna show this projector screen though. I'm gonna show it. Can't fight back.
Can't fight back. But maybe
Snip that projector screen.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go at Ben because Ben is the first person. Ben, what are you doing? You have people running at you.
Oh, so it's definitely a more defensive thing because Ben's going to state, probably obviously to everybody else, we cannot kill these people. Like, it seems like a realization to Ben, even if it's not to everybody else.
You could also strike to subdue. That is a move that you're able to use.
Yeah. Let me look at that.
You roll at mastery instead of dark.
Yike. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or if I want to defend from harm. Because it feels like I'm about to tank a bunch of people. I'm gonna, you know what? No, I'll strike to subdue.
Taking the offensive. I like it.
Yeah, that seems... He doesn't know how good these puppets are yet, so... I miss with a 6 again. So I take a harm, and that's
Yep.
it.
And
The situation escalates. Sorry.
Great.
As Sarah is like, you're looking to kind of cut through the screen, the portal crackles to life as you see something begin to emerge from it. This cloaked, almost disfigured older figure floating, who looks out to all of you. Who dares disturb my lair? You born. Visitors, trespassers onto the holy land of Halloween Town. You will become thralls in my grasp. But he is partially sticking out of the stream. He will be coming out fully pretty soon. As he kind of reaches his hand out, arcane energy crackling. And Dr. Facilier kind of gives a heavy laugh. You kids have fun now. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it from the hot seats. And disappear, kind of falls back into darkness.
Rude.
It's
Sarah.
so rude.
Sarah, what are you gonna do?
I would still like to try to destroy the projector screen, I guess.
No, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and...
Using my scissor blades.
Yeah, I want to say... We're gonna say you push through stress.
Oh gosh. Okay. Which links?
Because you're trying just to, like, this is a very physical and, like, let me cut through this as fast as possible. Roll a dark.
Yeah.
I
Do you
knew
mind
it was gonna be dark.
So it's the amount of dark links you have. Not your dark stat, but the amount of dark links you have.
Alright, so I rolled 2d10 plus how many dark links?
Yeah, so the nice thing about push through stress is you never roll on a negative. Unless
Yeah,
it's like,
well,
but
yeah. Okay, I got a 9.
9? Alright, so you pick one. Succeed at what you were attempting. Take one forward. Ask a question about the scene or gain an advantageous position.
I'm just gonna succeed at what I was attempting.
Alright, so you just saying, I don't care about this dude. Not yet, anyway. As you kind of do the pose, you kind of start in the middle and you just shing, separate the scissor blades in two. We see like the anime cut where like we see the line and nothing happens, and then the screen shatters and projects. Shatters and the portal stops. The man collapsing to the ground for a second and looking at you and going, "You fool!" And kind of energy crackling his hands, he throws it at you, Sarah, launching you back into the front row, landing on Benny, who's still a cold pile of bones, taking one harm.
Oh,
She does one
Ash,
of those. Yeah?
Don't forget you have +1 forward to acting on your question answers.
Yes, I knew that.
Okay.
Yes, it was included.
Okay,
Anyway,
good.
she does one of those like super anime like screams as she lands bodily on top of Benny there.
Benny doesn't even give a little an exclamation. Maybe he is truly gone.
No, absolutely not. He's not.
Alpha, what do you do?
All right, I'm excited because I rolled really well, so I can make this very cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast magic because I got a 10 and I can pick 3 things.
All right, what are you picking?
All right, so Alpha's gonna reach back to his back for his book and pull a card out, toss it up towards the ceiling of the movie theater, and he's gonna call, "Miss Dragon, use your ice bind." And
All right.
I would like to inflict a semi-permanent condition on more than one entity with no unintended consequences and freeze all of the puppets in place.
Oh, snap. Your ice dragon forms into the air, like in the aether, the same translucent like spirit. It kind of roars upward as a blizzard begins to form around. And a decent, not the entire, like all the bodies, but a large amount of them just freeze in place as they are glazed over by ice. They'll probably be pretty cold when they snap out of it, but for the time being, they are incapacitated.
At least they're not attacking Ben.
The fan. And
Yes.
what are you two doing?
So I think San would like to try to help Sarah up and then try to get Benny away from harm. If she can try and physically move him. I don't know if that would be considered.
Yeah, he's all bones. He's pretty easy to lift.
I didn't know. Yeah. I mean, I would hope so. But I didn't know if he was like frozen in place. But yeah, she would like to move him out of the way. I don't know if that would be a roll or anything. Like a subdue or a defend.
Oh, so you're trying to defend both him and Sarah?
I think more so him. Like she's
I'll
trying to
be
get him
fine.
to safety. Yeah, she has the utmost confidence in Sarah that she'll be alright for now. So I think she just wants to try and get Benny out of this situation so he doesn't take any more harm.
You're gonna roll of light because you're defending from harm.
Okay. Let me check what my light stat is. Okay, cool. That's a 10.
Awesome. You prevent or avoid the danger. You grab Benny and you kind of do that like slight wall run off the side of like the theater to avoid like the mass of people and kind of get to the back of the theater easily where Moro kind of takes position in front of you ready to roll. And you have Benny, and Benny's kind of slung over your shoulders. He's just all bones and he's rattling, but he's not really moving. What is Moro doing?
I think because Moro is standing closer to the main group, I think she's gonna try and knock away some of these people that are coming. Or how many people are there? There's still people mobile near Ben, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Moro would now like to try to strike to subdue some of the people around Ben.
Okay, so I'm not gonna ask you to roll again just because like you're acting as one.
Right,
unit.
or that could also just be defend from harm as well, and she's trying to like protect him as well.
Yeah. So Moro is jumping in the way of and helping Ben out as she. It's tough for her though because obviously she has one weapon. And
it's teeth.
Her. Yeah. So she's just kind of swatting away at people, keeping them at bay. As Ben, you feel back to back with this wolf.
Nice.
You're in a tough situation, Ben. The sorcerer-like disfigured older man looks like he's channeling another attack at you. He's like, constituents, invaders, leave this world to my darkness. Halloween Town is mine. What do you do, Ben?
Does he do anything? Is he doing something very specifically semantic in his casting, or like?
You know, he's just kind of doing that whole villain thing where he's like holding a pose and you can see like the energy.
Okay, he's like wishing it, like he's like,
yeah.
Okay, very video game-esque.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Do I feel like I have do I have a clear line to him, or am I going to be dodging people to get to him?
You feel you do have to kind of fight your way through a little bit, but Alpha has made this a very not a tough job.
So if I wanted to, let's say, force leap towards him.
Mm-hmm. So you want to clear the room and get to him. That sounds like a push through stress.
Okay, what do you want me to roll for?
I'm gonna say because you're trying to land and do like an acrobatic. Give me mastery.
Okay.
So you're rolling with mastery links.
Oh, do I even have any?
The chat is asking for teeth.
For teeth? Oh, probably not from me. Oh, I have 3 of those. Nice. So I add that 3. Instead of... Okay. That will be an 11.
So you succeed. What are you doing? So you kind of, take your... So how does Ben force leap? Does he just simply do it, or does he do like the charge up like they do in like the...
I think if he's able to take a couple steps backwards, he does that kind of like he looks at Moro and he looks at Alpha. He's gonna thank Alpha because he wouldn't be able to do this if Alpha hadn't just frozen a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna kind of like lower himself and is gonna push off, take like 1 or 2 like lowered steps, and then leap like whoosh.
And I feel like Ben's leap is a lot different from say like Obi-Wan doing a force leap where it's very graceful. He lands. I feel like when Ben lands, there's like
it's like very like
superhero pose.
You're right in his face now, and he looks surprised. What?
Hello there.
He kind of like looks, and he go ahead and roll me a defend from harm as he tries to point blank blast you away.
Neat. Okay, let's see. Roll with light.
Be gone. Just looking up quotes
I
like
rolled-
Ansem says in this fight, like "Be gone."
We're gone. I rolled a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
so it says expose yourself to danger or the GM makes a move.
what would you like? You can expose. You can say, are you gonna expose yourself to danger?
You choose. I'm up for whatever.
Okay.
Do I still take a harm? It's very hard to tell whether or not I take
You
a
do-
harm for this.
You don't take a harm for this.
Okay.
But so
Just put yourself in a disadvantageous
You're gonna
position.
let me
I
make
guess.
a move?
Nice. I'm gonna let you make a move.
So when he surges kind of forward, he actually carries the blast with you. You block the move with your key saber
Yeah.
or light blade. I don't know. I know
Light
key
blade.
saber.
Key saber sounds better.
Yeah, with your key saber, you block, and it kind of does that clash, and you're both pushed. He pushes you out
Ooh.
to the end of the room, and you guys go flying through the wall.
Oh, nice.
Onto the street of Halloween Town outside the movie theater.
Oh, that's not as good. That's not as
Ooh.
good.
But it is just you two, mano, and he looks and he goes, "Fine, I'll do this myself." And this old
No.
man's got some.
Boy.
This sorcerer's got some muscle on him.
Can I see anything about this man?
Yeah, you have the feeling that you just get the magic heebie-jeebies from him. But
You
can
know,
tell
like
he's
these
like
magic babies.
he's like you've never seen him before. He's like male. He's like a male, but like disfigured, almost like ogreish in how he looks. But you've never seen him until now, which has been really strange. And you see Aggie kind of looking up. She like looks around and she's kind of shoving people off, casting spells. And she looks at you, Alpha, and she goes, We need to stop him, but I can't hurt these people. I need to find a way to break the spell. Do you know where that man went? The other one, with the top hat.
Alpha's gonna kind of fall back from all of the people and think for a second and say, he said he was gonna watch from the hot seats. What does that mean? Wait, maybe he's in the projector booth.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna go up there. Can you 4? Can you 3? And like she says 4, and then she realized Ben's just out there with the hole now in the wall of the movie theater. It's like, I'll go to the projection booth if anyone would like to join me. And she's kind of, as a person's kind of getting onto her, and she kind of mumbles incantation, and it fly back and kind of pastes to the wall, stuck. Fly paper spell, very useful. Sarah, what are you doing?
So, since I was kind of near the front because I had been thrown onto Benny, I imagine I see Ben kind of getting pushed through the wall, and the man, they're both like out there. So, well, I guess real quick, can I do a move and spend a link on my turn?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let you do that.
Okay, cool. So first I'm going to spend a link. And I have this fancy move called My Friends Are My Power. So when I spend a link, I can give the bonus to someone else instead. So I don't know if that means I get to choose, but basically I want to give Ben advantage on the next roll that he makes.
Okay, awesome. So you give him the +1 forward. I like that.
No, advantage. It's different.
The advantage. Oh, the advantage. So you go ahead and you're gonna roll 3d6 instead of 2d6, and you're gonna drop the lowest Ben on your next roll. Awesome.
And then Sarah kind of rushes over to the door not the door, the new door that was newly made, the hole in the wall, and I, well, shoot, I don't really want to just be casting magic out in the street, but...
Anyway, you start blasting.
Yeah.
But, I guess I could just strike to subdue.
Okay.
With my, if Mog is still in scissor blade form, I'll just use those.
He's in whatever form you want him to be. Kupo.
Thanks, Mog. You're the best. I think what happens is Sarah takes the scissor blades and like puts them back together, and it kind of shifts and forms into the normal sword that she's used to working with.
Kupo.
Great, and I will strike to subdue.
Imagine whenever you strike the combo, it's just Kupo, like every.
I hope so. All right, that is 10 exactly. So I deal a harm, and easy life. I get to choose 2. I'm gonna force a change of location and de-escalate the situation, as
awesome.
On top of doing harm.
Okay, so so you're gonna force a change in location. All right. So you go ahead and you kind of like strike at him. So you're taking him from the streets, and all of a sudden, like with the people, like you're starting to see people watch and gather. You kind of go back and you do like that 3-hit combo, the 1, 2, 3. It's really fast, really efficient. He's not ready for it. Maybe he was distracted by Ben, but he gets sent back into the courtyard, which is a much more open area, and most important, like the courtyard with the giant pumpkin in it, and most importantly, it doesn't have people around. So you've moved to a safer area, and he's kind of taking his powers kind of like dropped a little bit. He looks like he's hurt. And Santa Mora, what are you doing?
I think because Santa Moro kind of towards the back, I think they're gonna follow Aggie towards the projector booth.
Okay.
To kind of like back her up.
Leave
and or find out what's up
with the zombies. As you get to the projector booth, Aggie kind of like, now with the new hole in the wall, you're able to look in the outside and see it, and she goes, much like that man, I think, or much like that other gentleman, I think he's cloaked in darkness. I need to be able to expose him. He looks at the projector booth. Son, do you think it's possible you could get him in my line of sight?
Out of character? How? Yeah, because if he's in the darkness, how would anyone try to force him out? Because they're definitely, I think San's definitely willing to try and force him out.
Mm-hmm. I think so. What she's saying is that she has a plan to force him out. You just need to get him.
I gotta. Yeah. Okay. Get in position to like hit him.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, San's totally ready. She like readies her spear.
We'll show his, and it's just like Aggie looks at you, and as she kind of has a smile, I'll show you that an old witch still has some new tricks up her sleeve. So, what do you do, Sam?
I think she nods and she's like, I imagine you're one of the most powerful people we've met so far. And like nods and like kind of like reassures her that like she's definitely gonna strike as soon as Aggie gives her the opportunity. And like basically she like readies into like a crouch to like spring at Dr. Facilier with her spear.
Oh, well, not Dr. You mean the sorcerer? Dr. Facilier is just gone. No one.
Oh, he's gone. Okay, I thought we were in the projector room.
Yeah, so you're in the projector room. He's not there for some reason. You're not sure.
Okay.
But what you do see is the hole to the outside.
Oh, okay.
And it's
she's
overlooking the fight.
Okay. I think San thinks that. Yeah, San is definitely thinking if Aggie's gonna create an opportunity for her, she's gonna be ready to either like jump into the fray or like somehow like take a swing at this sorcerer. Yeah.
Okay. Alpha, what are you doing?
Well, Alpha is now alone, surrounded by zombies.
Yep.
Um,
Some of them are
I
frozen
have
up.
I have a question.
Of course.
Could the zombies, puppets, whatever, as a whole, like, the concept of zombies be considered a dark force?
Sure.
Okay, then I would like to do what Sarah just did and both use a move and spend a link.
Okay.
And then
go
I
ahead.
would like to spend my heart link with Dr. Facilier
Uh-oh.
in order to use my playbook move, True Power is Light, which says, when you fight against a dark force, spend a heart link to make them stumble or fall at an opportune moment.
I like it.
Awesome. So you channel the
Nice,
magic
nice.
of the connection with you and Dr. Facilier, and it's like a wavelength, and it's like sending the wavelength. It's like sending magic of the right type against its exact copy almost, because you're just on that wavelength, Dr. Facilier. So you're actually able to interrupt his spell. And when you do that, you feel the magic shatter and the puppets drop. And in it, you kind of hear an angry snarl as someone comes out and nearly clubs you with his cane as Dr. Facilier emerges from the darkness.
Awesome, okay.
I'll give you that, little chicken. That was a good move.
Okay, so that was my spend a link. I would also, I had a different plan, but now things have changed now. So we are going to, hold on, let me see. I want to catch magic, strike with intent, or defend from harm. I think we're going to strike with intent,
Okay.
and I think for the first time now, Alpha's going to reach back for his book, but rather than grabbing the book itself, he grabs a card that sticks slightly out of the top of it, like it was just ready to go, and he pulls it out, and as he pulls it around from behind him to in front of him, it kind of lights up and extends out in like bright white light, and it settles into the shape of a chocobo-sized keyblade.
Awesome.
And Alpha kind of looks at it for a second, just decides to accept it and move on. And I'm gonna try to strike with intent, which is with dark.
Go ahead and roll.
And we're gonna get a 9 minus 1 is an 8.
All right, that's still a partial success. So when you strike with intent, all right, so you choose one. Are you going to defend yourself from harm? Are you going to deal great harm? Or are you going to take control of the situation?
I'm gonna deal the normal harm and take control of the situation.
Awesome. So you go ahead, and he looks like he's about to, focus on your friends, when you kind of go and you strike out with the keyblade against him. You hit once, striking him, and he actually seems to kind of crawls out in pain, and then he kind of reaffirms, kind of blocking the second strike of your voodoo with his voodoo staff kind of thing that he has, and he I don't know. He's kind of locked up with you. He goes, a keyblade. I should have known. Oh, you guardians have it. Well, let me show you the real power of a seeker. And we're gonna cut really quick to Ben and Sarah, who are now kind of doubled up. Sarah's got her sword, Ben's got his key saber, and you're facing the kind of dark sorcerer. You can tell, seeing from behind you, past the sorcerer, you can see Aggie in the projection booth, as well as San and Moro. And San, you can hear Benny start to move a little bit, or you could feel him.
Oh, that's exciting.
I hope.
It's fine, guys. Don't worry.
So paranoid.
You can go first, Ben.
For a second, he's gonna look at Sarah, and he's probably gonna go, "We can't leave. We can't fight him out here.
Well,
This is too many people. They'll know.
no, there's no people in the courtyard, I thought.
Okay, but they're gonna be people. You think they're just not gonna run this way?
Okay, well, you do whatever you think is necessary, but we have to handle the situation now.
Yeah. I see our friends inside.
Okay, well, if you can get him back inside, then do it.
He's gonna look at Sarah, who just kind of frustrated him more than anything else. And he's going to strike with intent instead.
Okay.
He's like, do what you need to do. And he's like, do what you need to do, so kill him. Okay.
Oh. So would you say your key saber turns
I will say
red?
crackles and turns red. Especially if I'm rolling with advantage. This is obviously like a
Yes.
empoweredly raged hit. Let's see, I dropped the lowest. So that will be 10 plus 2, which is my darkness, is 12.
Oh my god. Ooh.
So I choose 2. So on a 10, I deal harm, and then I will deal great harm, which is plus another 1 harm, and then I will take control of the situation. So I'm gonna, like, overpower him, is kind of what I'm going for.
You don't even you attack with no rhyme or reason, and it's just savage. You break through his defense, striking him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-hit combo on him.
Yeah.
Before he drops, and you can see the darkness and the mask starts to falter a bit. And for a second, Ben, you feel like you could rip the darkness away from him if you wanted to.
Does that seem like a good idea? Do I have a gut instinct about this other than
like
I can do it?
It would expose him for what he truly is.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
As you go and grab a hold of the darkness, it surges up your arm.
Oh boy!
And you could feel it entering you, but it's okay. You're in this moment of rage. It kind of feels good, actually, for a second.
I don't like that. But I do like that.
And you pull it off, revealing, see, still in the same dark robes as the sorcerer, revealing a familiar face of Calabar.
I knew it! I knew it!
Oh,
What is wrong with you?
I need to win this election. Halloween Town is mine, and I will be its protector.
Is it worth dying?
Some things in this world are worth dying. And he looks, and he kind of pops out of his, like, what would you call his robes, and downs this little vial of green liquid.
no!
Stop the music for a second. This is only supposed to be a last chance, but I guess the good doctor gave it to me for a reason. And Doctor, he starts to kind of boil with darkness as green smoke starts to emanate from him and surround the area. And you're not even sure what's happening as you're both blinded for a second. And Aggie's like, what's going on? You're like, what's happening?
He drank something.
You, Alpha, as you're locked with Dr. Facilier, you hear a laughter. Looks like my plan B worked out after all. And I think this would be the perfect time to take a 5-minute break before we see what happens next. See you all in a very short, actually let's say 3 minutes, just enough for people to go take a bio break. We'll see you back in a couple minutes.
Alright.
As I try to get the... Oh, it's not even on right. What the heck? There we go. And we're back. Really, this was just a grace period, so I could set something up. So yeah, everyone, how was everyone doing? Everyone good? We have 19 viewers. Holy shit! Okay, at least it was an F bomb. It was an F bomb. PG-13s are allowed to say that word as many times as you want. I'm pretty sure. It is. I was just watching a documentary on the history of swearing. It's like you can say the poop expletive as much as you want, and you can say an F bomb like once or twice. That's it. That's all you get.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll believe you.
It's okay. We made it farther.
If Nicolas Cage said it, it must be true.
I actually 100% agree with that. Yeah.
Could have been a character. National Treasure.
I thought about it.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. Was a Disney film.
Man, I'm scared for what our Seekers of Darkness are.
Yeah, you should be super excited. All right. So, this is just Alpha's really the only one that sees this, which is kind of honestly a crying shame, but whatever. He starts giggling and you start to hear music. He's like, you know what that means, little chocobo?
No?
I think it's time for you to find out. And you hear the drums. Are you ready? Are you ready, Chocobo? Transformation Central. And he starts fusing. Transformation Control. Transmorphification Central. Can you feel it? He's changing all right. I hope you're all prepared to die. But if you ain't, don't blame me. You can blame my friends on the other side. And out of the smoke comes this huge, muscular Heartless. Strong, looking kind of like a remnant of good old Calabar. And as he does so, it walks on it's like a humanoid almost. But you can see it's fueled with spirits kind of flying around, these green ghostly like things. And you can see the emblem that Dr. Facilier kind of wears around his neck, his little like totem, is like embedded and like emblemed in his chest, almost like an emblem Heartless, but Dr. Facilier's personal one. And as he looks and goes, Halloween Town is mine, and starts to conjure this giant earth-shattering spell in his hand. Sarah, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm outside with Ben and the actual Calabar, who
is now a humongous monster.
Oh, he's also a humongous monster.
Yeah, that's what Dr. Facilier didn't transform.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, great. Okay. Like, when you say humongous, like, no longer will fit inside?
No, it's like a dark side.
So, like, towering over
Yes.
us. Okay. Well, I had a plan. Doesn't really work anymore. Let me look at my moves real quick.
Go enjoy my singing.
It was
It was beautiful.
It was
great.
amazing.
I should have moved him back inside.
Yeah, well, you know. You'll live and you learn. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I would like to spend a string.
A link.
A string.
A link.
A string. What game is that?
Aid very famously never spending these type of things. Spending them.
Well, it's because it's super easy to get them back for this game. So I would like to. Yeah, I would like to give Ben advantage again.
Okay. What link are you spending?
My Doctor Strange link.
Okay, and that's locked, so it
unlocks, or it becomes not locked.
Well, so wait, if you're spending it, it's just tapped. Because you can actually unlock links again, but if you unlock them and you use them, they get they're gone forever. But you're not unlocking a link, you're just spending it, right? Or
No. So when you spend a locked link, they become like exhausted, and you can't spend it again until
you roll
relock
the 10 on the.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is though, it's technically still locked. It's just like spent and exhausted, but it doesn't go away. Like okay. Cool.
Yeah. No, I know. I've been keeping track of it. Don't worry.
All right, awesome. Because there are moves that just straight up say unlock a link, and then when that happens, it can just be gone forever.
Yep.
Much like I think someone's link with Zach and Cody got spent last game that way, or was someone. Why would you not?
A link.
Anyway, so I spend the link to give Ben advantage on his next roll.
Awesome.
Then I would like to cast some magic.
Okay.
So let's first roll to see how that goes before I describe it. It goes very well. I got a 13.
Awesome.
So I will
Use your 3 effects.
relock this link. Cool. So I am going to cause 1 harm.
Mm-hmm.
No unintended consequences, and inflict a semi-permanent condition. So this is what happens. I know we're out in the open, but Sarah doesn't have too many options here. So she will see this like giant Calabar, like heartless, like emerge, and it's like rah. And it sounds exactly like that. And she will she's got her sword like in her right hand, and she'll hold her left hand back, and you see the magic kind of like swirl around it again, and it's this crackly like lightning magic. And she'll like extend her hand out and be like, the Naga, and you'll see like all these like lightning bolts come and like hit Calabar, and they'll do 1 harm.
Okay.
And I think the semi-permanent condition that I'd like to give him is like stunned or something, like like not like paralyzed, but like like momentarily, like how like thunder magic often gives like a stun type of
I gotcha.
So something like that.
So he kind of stops for a moment in midair as the thing's kind of crashing down. It's huge by the time you feel like if it hits the ground and you two are still like this might cause some serious damage to yourselves and Halloween Town.
Okay, so we do not want to be in the way. That's
he
for
is
sure.
stuck. He is stuck though. And as at coalescing at his feet, you see Heartless start to spew out the tiny like shadow, like with the beady glowing eyes, in mass.
Great.
Moro, what do you do?
So can San and Moro see where Alpha's still facing off with Dr. Facilier?
Mm-hmm.
I think now. So how far away are the people fighting far away? Like, is this an opportunity where if I wanted to split them up, I would have to do many hands make light work?
Yes, because now it's like
Okay.
you either join the fight against the Calabar Heartless or you join the fight against Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, I think I want to split them up. So I'll do many hands make light work, and I think San is going to go help against Calabar, and then Moro is going to stay and help defend Alpha.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll light.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a 7.
Okay, so you're gonna take 1 hold, so you get to use that at any time to ask a yes or no question in the scene. So whenever you want to, you can spend that.
Okay. So yeah, what's gonna happen is Moro's gonna kind of go to defend Alpha, and then yeah, San's gonna go and try and launch an attack and help Ben and Sarah.
Okay. And we'll focus more on San. So Moro's there. Like I said, like you can separate them, but the move technically doesn't let you like use 2 separate actions. So we'll go ahead and say that Moro's like gets there, is on the defensive.
That makes
with
sense.
Alpha. And then what is San doing?
I think San is gonna actually like try and like launch herself at Calabar and try to like drive her spear into, I think, as high as she can. I don't really know if she can like, because I think she was gonna try and like, because the emblem's obviously like very eye-catching, I think she would think to try and drive her spear into the emblem. If she can jump up that high, if not, she would just try to drive her spear into his leg.
I'll say with the, normally you wouldn't be able to, but with the power of Kingdom Hearts, being a Guardian of Light and just high jump in general, it's just the rule of cool. You can jump and go ahead and strike with intent.
So yeah, so strike with intent.
Yep.
Okay. Strike with intent is a dark move.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so that's actually just a 6.
Okay, oof. You strike your spear landing. It doesn't quite get deep enough to, like, impact. The emblem is very, very tough. And probably for a reason. But you see Calibor look down at you, and in midair he goes and is bringing the dark energy directly to you.
Good idea.
As you take it full brunt blast in the face, the area around you kind of explodes with darkness, and you feel yourself get flung back, skidding across the ground, and it hurts. You may mark 2 harm.
Perfect.
This is fine.
And kind of shaking off, he looks and he takes a step, and he's going to take double his fists and attempt to slam them down onto Ben and Sarah. Both of you defend from harm.
Well, that's not very kind.
Do I use my advantage here then? Because this is my next roll.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. What kind of roll is defend from harm?
It's light.
Which is good for some of you, not for all of you. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Good. Ben, what's your harm at? What's your harm clock at right now?
I'm at 1.
Okay, cool.
I got a 6.
I got a 10.
Alright, so you prevent or and avoid the danger. Sarah, you're able to navigate out of the way as it slams down. You hear Kupo, Kupo. I'm sure. Do you just barrel out of the way, or do you do like a graceful dodge?
Oh, I think she does like a cool like roll or something.
Okay, you do like the pirouette look.
Yeah,
Kind of 3-point heroes
cool.
landing. Yeah, something awesome. It looks badass.
Yeah.
Ben, on the other hand, is not ready for it.
Yeah, he's too stuck in his head thinking about the fact that all I can do is kill people right now.
And you get punched into the ground.
Nice.
It hurts.
Oof.
And you can go ahead and take 2 harm as you're just kind of left on the ground. And it's
Yikes.
a toughie. Alpha, what are you doing? Dr. Facilier is looking at you, and he's smiling. He's like, honestly, there's not really much time for me anymore. Why don't you go help your friends? Or else this world will become mine soon enough.
Alpha sees what's going on outside and sees his friends getting hurt. But he also sees that emblem in the giant Heartless. And he's got Dr. Facilier right in front of him. So he sees that emblem on Dr. Facilier, and he knows that there's a connection. So he's going to not listen to the advice of the bad guy, and he's going to stay here and fight this guy. But he's upset. This is an angry little cartoon chocobo, and he grips the hilt of his keyblade, and he says, I'm not going to just let you hurt my friends, and I'm going to spend my heart link with San and Moro in order to use true power as light again to trip Dr. Facilier up.
Ooh. Yeah, how do you do that? Describe to me how, like, what exactly, do you strike at him? Do you, like, summon the power of light?
He takes his Keyblade Ragnarok and moves like he's gonna hit, but doesn't actually. He swipes it across the air in between them, and a, like, arc of light shoots out of it and hits Dr. Facilier to knock him off balance.
Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. I'm down
And
with
then I'm going to strike with intent, and I got a 9 on my roll.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to deal 1 harm to him, and once again take control of the situation. But the way I want to do that is, so Dr. Facilier is knocked off balance. He's going to hit him again with the Keyblade, and like also while he strikes, he's kind of gonna throw himself, like shoulder check Dr. Facilier and knock him to the ground. And then his taking control of the situation, he's going to stand there with the Keyblade pointed directly at Dr. Facilier's face with him on the ground. And hold him there.
You kind of get him to the ground, and he puts his hands up, and he goes, actually, I don't think he would put his hands up, but he's like on the ground looking at you, and he just kind of, you got yourself a good heart, not trying to hurt me like that. That heart of yours is gonna get you into trouble, you know that, right? Eventually, you're gonna have to end this, little chocobo. But come on, how about a truce? Why don't you shake a poor sinner's hand? He says, extending his hand towards yours.
Alpha's gonna look at his hand and look back to Dr. Facilier's face, and then out of the corner of his eye, glance out to where his friends are still fighting the giant Heartless and the, like, field of minions that are spewing out from under his feet. And he's gonna laugh. Like a short and mean laugh. Something you would not expect from Alpha. And he's gonna smack Dr. Facilier's hand away from him with the Keyblade.
Disrespect. That's all I'll have here. Alright. I know what I'm beat. But I did enough. This world will fall into darkness soon enough. There can't be an election if there's no Halloween Town left. You did your job good, Guardian, but I still think I win this one. One key for me. And he kind of looks, and you see darkness begin to pool under him and you, Alpha, and he begins to sink into it. Don't worry, I'll see you on another time in another world. Won't forget this, Alpha.
Can I do something before he manages to disappear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. Well, hold on, let me make a roll here. That's a good roll, I like that roll. Alright. So, we're gonna cast magic.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay. So as he's sinking into the ground, Alpha's gonna lift up his Keyblade in like kind of in front of him, like a dramatic anime swordsman pose, and close his eyes, and he's gonna say, Miss Aggie said that the Keyblade can unlock people's hearts. And he's gonna swing the Keyblade out to the side, and he's gonna say, Dr. Facilier, you're not a nice man. But you don't have to be like this. We don't have to fight. This is a choice you're making. You can be better than this. And he's going to thrust the Keyblade at Dr. Facilier, and I'm going to roll to use magic and get a 10. And my options are, the magic opens something, has no unintended consequences, and inflicts a semi-permanent condition.
You're going to open his heart?
Yes.
Okay. He screams as you Keyblade into him. He goes, "No, you idiot! Don't you know what you're doing? and he begins to cough up, and you see a bright light surround the room. And we're gonna cut from there from now, back to the fight. We're gonna go back to Sarah and Ben. What are you two doing? And San, let's take all your 3 turns at once. He looks like he's raring up for another spell.
Ben's gonna spend his mastery length with Calabar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to roll cast magic. So that will give me advantage on this roll. Is that how that works? Did I spend the link right? Okay. All right. So I really need to heal.
Oh, I was gonna do it. Don't worry.
It's fine. I rolled an 8. So I can choose 1, right? Is that what it is? Let's see. I'm gonna heal 1 harm.
I could have healed all your harm.
Well, Ben is thinking about himself and not other people right now.
All right, you cast Cure on yourself.
I did cast Cure.
It kind of feels weird.
Already better than Donald.
I was gonna say, wait, wow, we got our Donald casting
Wow.
yourself already.
You didn't know you could force heal until now. You thought that was only something
Ray could do?
Yeah. As you begin to stitch your wounds up slowly.
Ooh, the dyad works here. He makes a note of that for later. For my playbook. For the Path to Dawn playbook.
Oh snap! I almost said the S word. I almost
There
broke
you
my
go.
Yeah, there we go. Catching myself to say snap and fudge. Sarah, San, what are you guys doing as Ben begins to heal himself?
Gosh, San, you can go first.
I still have 2
So-
harm. You can still heal me.
I think since it's trying to cast another, so when it casts the magic spell, it's like up over its head, right?
Yeah.
San wants to strike with intent and try to
Okay.
scramble her way up onto him and hit it in the hand with her dagger.
What's the intent to stop the spell?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like you're limit breaking here
Or
because
is-
you're trying to create an opportunity.
Great. That sounds great.
So go ahead and roll with light.
Okay. I was also gonna spend a link. So I'll spend my Calabar link.
Don't need that anymore.
No, he's not my friend anymore. I hate that he gave me flowers.
Sad. Some real Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay, I got a 10.
You hear Phil go, "Get up on the Calabar's back."
Phil from Hercules?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
It's
Yeah, I got
a
a
Kingdom
10.
Hearts reference.
You don't remember that when he's like screaming at you to get up on the Hydra's
In
back?
Kingdom Hearts 2, he's like, get up on the Hydra's back!
I don't remember
Non-stop.
that. But yeah,
Okay.
so I got a 10.
Awesome. So yeah, you can give 1 forward to one of your allies for creating an opportunity. You can pick which one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Sarah.
All right. Awesome. And you momentarily disrupt the spell. He looks mad as he kind of holds and he goes and grabs you midair. It doesn't harm you, but he's kind of holding you like they do with the, and kind of is raising you up. He's just like, I will not be stopped by invaders from the light. Sarah, what are you doing?
Oh gosh. I guess I will
Finish him.
try to cast some magic. Finish him. What am I gonna finish him?
Whoa. Be careful.
Well, first I'm going to spend a link to give yeah, we'll give Ben advantage on his next roll.
Okay. What's your check?
And then I will try to cast magic. Let's see how well it goes. Okay, might help if I roll in. Alright. Okay, cool. So that's a 10. I am going to you see Sarah watches as Ben just gets totally squished by this attack, and he kind of like gets up to his feet with some struggle and like kind of heals himself a little bit. And so Sarah will hold out her hand, and you see this kind of like greenish glow kind of form around it, and she's like, Kiraja. And so I am going to pick the magic heals 1 harm, hits more than 1 entity, so ideally myself and Ben, and I guess has no unintended consequences. I don't know. Those are really the important bits there.
Okay. So you heal everyone for 2, right?
For 2? No, for 1. For 1.
Oh, for just for 1. Okay, sorry. I thought you said it was greater. Okay. So everyone around can heal for 1. Hiraga.
Woohoo!
That's right. It goes above the head. We talked about that. The little like bells. It's like the weird plant bell things.
Yeah.
This cow.
Oh, and sorry, in case it's not clear, Sarah's also gonna just like move, so she's not like
directly
in front of this thing. Yeah. That's it.
All right. This thing looks utterly pissed. We're gonna come back to Alpha for a second. Alpha, something interesting happens when you attempt to unlock Dr. Facilier's heart. Everything. I'm gonna stop the music for because actually, change track. As the light kind of clears out, you see Dr. Facilier. He's in the portal, kind of like still not sinking through. But there's a miasma kind of coming off of him, and you can feel he's weak. Kid, do you have any idea what you just did?
Some idea.
You don't get it, do you? We're not really here. We're summoned from the darkness, just like y'all are summoned from the light. That's what I'm made out of, kid. Darkness. You know what happens when you purify that darkness?
Does that mean you're gonna go back to where you were summoned from?
You still don't get it. There is no place we go back to. I don't know if anyone told you this, but your story was long closed aeons ago, just like mine was. I don't have a story. It is ended. And I guess, regardless, this is the end of my time in the Keyblade War for now. I thought I'd get a few more worlds in before let this happen to me. Don't worry, chicken. It'll happen to you soon enough. You're a tool just like I. And eventually, my friends from the other side will claim you as well. I'll see you again on the road to dawn. And he just kind of fades away into particles. And you feel like you've done something tremendous, but yet kind of horrifying at the same time, unintentionally. How do you feel, Alpha?
Alpha watches as Dr. Facilier dissipates into particles. And he looks down at his Keyblade and puts it down to his side and turns and walks towards where his friends are fighting without saying anything.
You do notice that there was one thing left behind.
Oh?
His little pendant, skull pendant.
Ah, okay.
Do you take it?
Yes, absolutely.
Go ahead and gain a locked link with Dr. Facilier.
What kind?
This link is a link of heart.
Okay. Let me note that.
And anyone who would like to support the Interstitial War, not only could you donate directly to Carrion Comfort Studios, you could subscribe, you could follow, you could retweet us, you could buy one of our shirts. The shirts, all proceeds of the shirt go directly back into the stream. It's a pretty cool shirt too.
It is a pretty cool shirt.
So, Alpha, you go to rejoin them. As you do, you notice with Dr. Facilier's, quote-unquote, death, you see that, Albar, his body is kind of like the muscles on the Heartless are expanding, they're getting stronger, these spirits are going way out of control. It's almost like he's enraging, turning into this huge ticking time bomb. If I can't have Halloween Town, I will destroy it. And he begins coalescing the energy once more, and this time it is chaotic, and the Heartless are starting to surround the town. If something is not done, it will do some major damage. For sure. What is everyone doing now that Alpha comes wielding a Keyblade, by the way? Does no one else saw this?
Is San still in Heartless Calabar's hand?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And he's got the one hand raised with the power of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna try to chop off the arm with my lightsaber.
Oh, really quick, retcon, because links can be used to do that, but I'm gonna retcon Alpha. You don't just walk out there. You're riding Moro's back into battle.
Yeah!
Yeah!
All right,
Yeah.
I'm into it.
That's even better.
Oh, yeah, I meant to say that. That they would bring
No.
you over.
So, Ben's gonna try to chop the arm off?
Yeah, I'm gonna really make sure. Would that be strike with intent?
Are you doing it specifically to harm, or are you trying to...
Yeah, like I mean, I'm aiming for the arm, and if his arm comes off, that's neat. But if he also dies, that's also okay.
Strike with intent, roll with dark.
Okay, so I'm going to take off. I'm gonna use a playbook.
Use a playbook move.
I'm gonna use a playbook move called "My Darkness is My Weakness," and it says you can let darkness overcome you when you need to overcome an obstacle. When rolling with dark on a move, you may voluntarily take harm to take +2 on the roll. I'm like he needs to die and he needs to be dead like 20 minutes ago. Like
You get advantage too, right?
unless if
Oh
get-
no, you already used it. You already used it.
Yeah.
And you're at
Did you use it?
2 harm currently, right? Did you
Well,
kill-
I'm at 2 harm now after that.
Well, wait. You had 3. You healed yourself
roll-
1, and I healed yourself 1, and then you.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you are.
I just
adding.
took it.
Or, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Just
Um,
making sure you're not.
and I think
dying
I'll spend my Dr. Facilier link to give
Mhm.
myself advantage.
Okay.
I'm going for the big.
Ben's
I'm
like,
going
I
for.
really want to do very well on this roll.
I want to get the big 10+. Yes.
Chop the arm off.
All right. So 9 + 4 would be 13. So I do.
Ooh, okay, so you deal harm and choose 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal great harm, which is another one, and
If you take control of the situation, you might be able to get Son free.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do then.
Okay. So, you go and you slice right through it.
Yeah, it's super red lightsaber now.
Zoom. And darkness is like nipping and biting at you, which causes that 1 harm. San, it looks just like Ashitaka when he was, he would get angry. It's like worming around on his arm throughout his body. You can even see it like, you look at Ben, and for a minute, you can see him as if he was masked. Actually, no. You know what? You're giving completely into the darkness right now to do this. You look at Ben, and you see that instead of Ben's face, a helmet is formed on his head.
Okay.
Oh, can it get like super? Can the lightsaber be like, you know how his
It's
lightsaber
crackling,
is? Like it's like
yeah.
It makes
super
that weird
crackly.
sound.
Yeah, I love that's like one of my favorite parts of the new sequel trilogy is
Yeah.
it's crackling.
He definitely doesn't look like he is trying to give anybody second chances right now. He's like, this is what we're doing.
The armor you're in isn't like the Kylo Ren armor. It's like the Riku Vanitas armor with like the
It's got like body like
yeah
con like nice.
Sorry, I was not expecting that. Nice. Probably not nice for him, but nice out of game. Nice.
Nice. I mean, it really emphasizes Adam Driver's boxy
boxy because you were
body.
Ben Swallow.
Ben Swallow's body.
You see him, the Calabar monster, start to grasp in pain as it looks at you. And it takes its fist with the energy and it starts to bring it down towards you and everyone else, except for Sarah, who's backed up, and Alpha, of course. And it looks like, and you realize, like, out of game. That did two harm before. You got 2 harm clock now. You feel like this might be it for you.
Yikeroni!
When you kind of wait for it and ready to defend, and then it collides with something midair. You hear the cry of a bird, and you see fire surround the area like a shield. And off into the distance in the projector room, you see a very, very determined Marnie holding up the card that Alpha gave her last session.
Marnie, look at Marnie, but also Marnie, what are you doing here?
You see they begin to coalesce around Aggie. Marty's holding the talisman, and they all start to. The other kids are there too, and they're kind of like holding her with them, and Aggie as well. And you see a beam of light explode out and hit the Calabar monster, and begin to. He starts to move slowly back. And it seems like you hear Sophie yell, "The pumpkin! Put him in the pumpkin!"
Put him in the pumpkin. Put him in the pumpkin.
What do you all do? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a complicated turn here for you, Nick. First thing I need to do, I want to make a new heart link with San and Moro because I spent it.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
since other people in the party have links with San and Moro, everybody heals 1 harm.
Oh my god. Awesome.
Next thing I want to do, I am going to tap my locked link with Dr. Facilier in order to use True Power is Light to stumble our dark force we're fighting against.
Oh, you stumble and you join in with the light. You raise your keyblade, and you join him blasting them. And he's like forced more back to the pumpkin closer. It looks like just a little bit more, and this could be over. Sarah, San, what are you doing? San, you emerge, breaking out of the hand that kind of dissipates.
You can go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I kind of want, what I want is, I think Moro is going to kind of run up, seeing that San is free now, to kind of like reunite with San. I want Moro to run up and scoop up San onto her back, and I want them to, I don't know if this would be strike to subdue, because I think Moro wants to help also kind of push and or stumble the Calabar Heartless.
Okay.
Like contribute to that knocking back.
By
maybe
you could try to subdue, or you can limit break.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to limit break again.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I only got a 8 on that limit break.
All right, so there is a price you're gonna have to pay for the limit break to be successful. The price either you're gonna either spend the link or take a harm.
I'm gonna take a harm.
Okay. You push through it. He's like, the Heartless are like shooting out of him, and he's like blasting energy bolts and like tendrils of darkness. You take a few going in, but you go and you do the spear move and just hit him back even more as he falls against the pumpkin, and the light is piercing through him. The pumpkin starts to glow, and you can see the darkness start to peel back from him and reveal the Calabar inside, now exposed. Sarah, what do you do?
Okay. So, do I get like a +1 forward
Yes.
from that? Okay. So I think Sarah is going to try to put him in the pumpkin, as they say. Can I do that with magic? Can I do kind of like almost what Alpha did?
Yeah, you want to just recreate that with the light?
Yeah. Let me roll and see how it goes, I guess.
All right.
Okay, it goes really well because I'm good at magic. I got a 10. Well, a 9 plus the 1 forward. So I think she runs up kind of closer to this pumpkin, and you see, I think she doesn't even necessarily know why she does it, but she kind of reaches up towards her pendant that she's wearing around her neck, and it starts to kind of glow this like very, very bright light. And I think for the first time, as she's using kind of magic, she doesn't kind of do what she usually does when she's casting. You know, there's no like crackle of energy. She doesn't say any words, but you see this kind of bright light emerge from her and kind of shoot towards the pumpkin and Calabar and kind of put him in the pumpkin, as one might say.
Awesome.
I'm imagining like chains or something. I don't know, tendrils.
The chains. No. The chains shoot out of the pumpkin and grab onto him. And you see he is being slowly brought in. What do you say as you cast your spell? This improv spell.
Oh gosh, I think well, she doesn't say any like magic words, but I think she says something along the lines of your darkness will not taint this place any further. She's got this like determined look on her face.
And even Aggie, you can hear her call out with Marty and all of them, because we know that with our friends, light can overcome anything. Calabar is brought into the pumpkin, and the pumpkin explodes outward, flooding with light as you hear Calabar scream. And a white, blinding light surrounds the area. Then, when you come back to, light fades, and you see a broken, beaten Calabar laying in front of the pumpkin, breathing heavily. Halloween Town is my town. You can't take it away from me. And Aggie with the kids kind of run up. And Aggie looks at her and goes, Halloween Town isn't yours. It doesn't exist to serve you, Calabar. The mayor exists to serve Halloween Town. And he collapses.
Is he dead? Well, you know what? Don't answer. I'll say don't answer. I'll say don't answer that because Ben Solo will stomp his way over there and check to see if he's dead.
He is not dead. And as you're checking,
boy.
you see all the people kind of flooding out into Halloween Town going, what happened? They saved the town. It was Calabar. What? Calabar tried to do this? And all the kids are like Dylan and Sophie are hugging Marty. They're like, Marty, you helped it. You did it. You summoned the spell. And she's like, it was because of Alpha. He gave us that card, and we knew we could use it. And he's like, I'm so proud of you, kids. I'm so proud of you. He's like, you Guardians did exceptionally well.
Oh man. So before all the people there, it looks like he's going to finish the job, but then everybody comes running out and he just ceases as he sees everybody and has a moment in his head that's very quiet.
Yeah. A really quiet moment.
I would like to roll for the path to dawn if possible.
You do have that move, so yes.
It says when you make a realization about yourself, roll with dark.
What's the realization you've made?
That violence really is his first answer to things, and that it seemed to put himself and his friends in a little bit more harm than it probably needed to. Because if he had put Calabar back into the building before he turned into a giant heartless, Alpha wouldn't have been left alone and all this other stuff. They probably wouldn't get it smashed quite as easily because everybody would have been together. And it's his aggression that caused everybody to get split up to begin with. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so we're going to see. Nice. I rolled a 5. I falter and the GM moves one of my stats.
You have a vision for a second. Actually, here, this is where I'm going to have to take a look at your stats.
Let me actually look at your stats.
Yeah, let me actually bring up your character sheet, which I do have. Yes, I do. 1 second. I'm a fool. It's fine. Good thing we pinned it all in our group message.
Yeah.
All right. And just so I can see, because I know your stats, you added some to it. All right,
yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I see you entered.
I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to switch your light with your, let's see, if it says I can just move it, or if I can switch it.
It says the GM moves a stat, but
all right, so I can switch it with another, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to move your light to your mastery.
Okay, so my light will become what my mastery skill is.
And vice versa.
And vice versa, like they switch.
Actually, no. I'm going to switch your light to your heart.
Yeah, all right. Nice.
What does that mean?
That
like
moves
what?
Your heart to -2 and your light to -2 and your light to your heart to
my
1.
heart to 1.
Because you understand yourself a bit more, but you realize you're farther from the path of redemption that you once thought you were. And
yeah, that's
images turn into your head and you begin to think of all the horrible stuff you did in your life. Specifically the first scene in The Force Awakens when you just destroyed that entire village effortlessly as your time as Kylo Ren. And as the armor and the mask fade off of you of darkness, exposing like what you were before, you feel a tear running down your eye.
Oh man. There's tear. Oh boy. Yeah, he's like ultra quiet then. He just kind of goes stands near Alpha because Alpha has a big personality in a great way that will make him be invisible in a good way.
But then again, everyone's cheering.
Woo! But I think Sarah would notice that that like all I'm thinking is Kylo. Ben is very, very quiet.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he's just Kylo.
Maybe he's just Kylo at this point.
No.
And I think she's gonna go over to stand next to him. Like everyone's cheering around them, and she like steps up next to him, and I don't think she really says anything, but she just puts this like she puts her hand on his back. It's probably like the middle or lower part because he's tall or something, and it's meant to be kind of like this comforting, like I understand kind of pat. But I don't think she says anything. Just kind of trying to comfort a friend over here. I don't know if there's an actual move for that, but I don't think there is. But just
You can't make me feel beautiful
moment.
like in.
I cannot make you feel beautiful here.
How that works, unfortunately.
Just Sarah being the mom friend.
Yeah, I think since San had seen the darkness in Ben, similar to how she had seen darkness in Ashitaka, I think she definitely looks at him warily and will definitely have words with him later.
He accepts
Ooh,
he accepts the pat, by the way. He doesn't like
Good. He doesn't
Ash.
move away or anything.
He gets stiff, but he takes it.
He takes.
I have a proposition for you, Leslie.
Yeah?
It sounds like your relationship with Ben just changed, and you might be able to lock your link with him.
Oh, can
What do
I?
Yeah, you would change it. What is it now?
So it's dark now. Because we
Maybe a heart link, since it reminds you of
Oh.
Ashitaka?
Ashitaka, yeah.
That's true, yeah, okay.
So go ahead and what you'll do to lock a link. Let me go ahead and just look up the official rule. I think you just all right. So just give me a roll. So you're gonna roll to make a link again, and if you get a 10+ on it, so you get a heart link, you lock the link.
I got a 9.
So the link type changes the heart, but it's not locked just yet.
Okay. I have a -1 to heart.
It's okay.
And Ben,
You're
as
still
you're
dark
kind
in
of
my heart.
having this this moment of like self-doubt, you hear someone behind you and Dylan go, "Wow, that was really cool, Ben. That was awesome."
Oh, he's gonna turn around and see who did it.
It's Dylan.
Aw.
I didn't think. It's kind of hard to believe in magic still, but that was pretty awesome. And I guess we did help too.
Oh man, he's gonna be like, thanks, and he's gonna try to do this thing where he like both wipes tears from his eyes but doesn't look like he's wiping tears from his eyes, but like everybody knows he's wiping tears from his eyes, like thing. He's like, yeah, you could be that cool too. I got like some gunk in my eyes. Yeah.
Oh.
And you hear Marty go, "What's happening to the pumpkin?"
Oh no.
You look at the pumpkin and it's glowing with light, specifically from its mouth. And Ben and Alpha, you get the feeling you can do something here.
Man. Oh man. Is it Keyblade time?
It is Keyblade time.
Oh, he's gonna look at Alpha and he's like, we
The Kingdom
probably
Hearts
should, right?
instincts.
Yeah, he's gonna look at Alpha, he's gonna be, probably should, right?
Alpha's gonna look up at him and just nod, and then they probably both, like, in perfect sync, point their Keyblade at the pumpkin's mouth.
The thin beam of light shoots towards the pumpkin, the large pumpkin in Halloween Town, and you see the keyhole form, and you hear the locking of the noise of a lock being locked.
Nice.
You see a rush of like almost like a vision in your head. Momentarily, it's the four of you standing in this dark wasteland. And emerging from the well sea of darkness in front of you, you see a key of some sort. A key of light. It erases the darkness, and you see it fly up towards the air before dissipating into the aether. You realize in the prophecy that you may have just forged the first key. No one else seems to have noticed it, with the exception of Aggie, who just gives you a smile. Well, it might not be perfect. Seems you got some light in you still.
Aww.
I think Sarah's gonna turn to Aggie and she's gonna ask, what will you do about the elections now?
Well, I think at this point I'm running unopposed. So I think the first thing is to rebuild Halloween Town and keep it as happy as it's always been.
Alpha would like to check on Benny.
Oh yeah, Benny was left in the projection room, wasn't he?
No, I believe San carried him out with her.
Oh, did you carry him into battle?
No. No, I put him in, I put him safe upstairs in the theater, so I guess in the projection room. She set him aside so he was out of the fray of battle.
As you guys are looking toward the movie theater, you see Benny walking out, rubbing his head. Oh my god, I woke up on the wrong side of the... I'm thinking of a bone. I can't... femur today.
Aww.
Oh my god. Hey, that was a hell of a... I mean, that was a heck of a nap. Let's see, I can say hell. That was a hell of a nap. What's happening up here?
Benny, you're all right.
Benny!
Yeah. Just thought I'd catch a movie. Pretty intense movie. Can't really remember it much.
Alpha's going to kind of stomp up to him, but in the way that a little kid stomps, and he's gonna put his little wings on what serves as his hips. And also, I just want to note that ever since he rejoined the battle, if anyone has paid attention, underneath the little pouch on his neck where he keeps his things, if you look, just sticking out from underneath it is Dr. Facilier's necklace. But he's going to stomp up to Benny and put his little wings on his hips, and he's going to shake a finger at him disapprovingly and be like, I told you not to go in the movie theater, Benny.
It all worked out in the end. But I have to say, it seems like you probably saved my behind. Saved my bones, as it were. So, you got a couple spare of these. And he looks up. Who's the most responsible one here?
Alpha's gonna point to Sarah.
Sarah will step forward.
He throws you something, Sarah.
She catches it?
I know it might not be much, but if you ever need my help, just use that. I'm sure it might. And you see a key, looks like a car key, with a pair of fuzzy dice attached to it. Very gaudy, and on it, painted on it, it says Psychic Cab. Well, I need to get back to my cab service. This is a lot of people to pick up, especially for the inauguration of our new mayor. I'll catch you all around. Like I said, if you need anything, you let me know.
Thank you, Benny.
Thanks,
Good luck.
Benny.
Safe travels, Benny.
Catch you on the flip side. And he drives off. And you can all mark down that you have received a new summon, Benny.
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
I love that. Alright,
This will be in the form of a like additional custom move. I'll write it up later for you guys so you know what it is.
Okay.
Mhm.
But I don't want to break the story right now.
Mhm.
So Marnie's kind of looking around. What happens now? Well, now we get to work on rebuilding. But does that mean we have to go home, Grandma? Oh, you do for now, but you know, friends and family aren't ever far behind. And neither is Halloween Town. And it's kind of Sophie speaks up. Because it always exists here, right?
Oh.
Exactly. Always exists here. And Marnie looks at the four of you. And you're our friends too now. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Are you gonna leave too?
Yeah.
Yes.
For now.
Not forever, right?
No, of course not.
Well, I swear the next time you come back, I'll be a great witch, and you'll be impressed. And Sophie's like, I'll be a witch too.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you can do.
Aggie's like, I don't know if I could ever repay you for what you've done here. But if there's anything you need, name it.
Alpha's going to raise his hand, and he'll be like, Miss Aggie, I don't know about everybody else, but I could use a hug.
Oh, of course. And she kind of picks you up, giving you a hug. And you this old grandma hug.
I think
Yay.
at the same time, like, at this point, Mog is turned back into his normal
Yeah,
Mog
Mog's
form.
hugging onto your shoulder.
Yeah, and like Sarah like grabs him in like one arm and then like goes and wraps her other arm around Aggie, and it's just like and Alpha, and it's like a big group hug.
Oh.
Sophie
Wholesome.
hugs on too. So does Mark.
And it's like,
Yeah, do San and Ben.
Ben takes actively a step backwards. No hugging for Ben.
Marty comes over and grabs you. Like,
Oh my god!
and brings you into a hug.
There's a flash of why, but then does it.
And I feel like if it's okay if you sound more like probably when you're not looking, Moro just like tosses you into the hug.
That's what, yeah. I was gonna have Moro kind of push San into it.
Aw.
And then, yeah.
Morrow's like,
Great
made
hug.
friends.
yay, big hug.
Hug.
Yeah, group hug.
Still just got gunk in my eyes.
Oh,
And-
Nick?
Oh, really quick though, I know exactly what you're gonna ask, Zeke, but as we pull back, the camera kind of pulls back and we see the title of how the world name Halloween Town appear in the air like it does for the games,
Aw.
and a new light has dawned over it. Now you know your quest will eventually take you from this place, because there's other worlds to save. But before that happens, is there anything you want to do?
Yes. The first thing I would like to do is I would like, I already rolled for it and did not get a 10, but I would actually like to change my link with Benny from light to heart.
Okay.
I got a 7, so it changes,
Changes, but doesn't lock.
it doesn't lock.
That's fine.
So I will do that. And Alpha, if the rest of the party doesn't object to it, would like to take the kids back to the house and make sure they get there safe.
Yeah, they have a few hours before they probably need to go home. Back to their actual home.
Right.
Before Halloween's end, the portal closes.
Mm-hmm.
This is an act of Halloween.
One they will surely not forget.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you all go back to the house, and you share in a banquet of tea and cakes and snacks
Yay.
that Aggie conjures from her infinite bag of witchery.
Yum.
Wow, that's some pretty useful magic.
Right?
And kind of, so Alpha's, they're all sitting there. He's like, is there anything you want to know? And maybe anything I can help you along in your journey?
Let's see. Do any of you have questions for Aggie?
Trying to think of questions. I'm still reeling from everything else that happened in these last
Right,
2 hours.
it's been a very eventful episode today.
If it's not too much trouble, could I actually look at that book again?
Oh, yes.
Again, did we look at it before? I can't remember if we actually
Like,
looked
briefly.
at it before. But yeah, I think Sarah would like to take a closer look at it.
What are you looking? Are you specifically looking for anything, or?
Just about like history on the Keyblades and this war and.
There, other than the
Stuff
written
like that.
prophecy, there isn't too much. But you do find out the basics that like kind of you might have already knew. The Keyblades are weapons of light, only to be held by those deemed worthy. The Keyblades have many properties to them, including the unlocking of people's hearts, as Aggie once told you, but also the ability to lock and unlock the worlds, the heart of the world that you're in. You see a brief mention of dark forces, and that when a heart is left exposed, it can corrupt to darkness. The Keyblade wielders usually fight against this darkness. Theirs is a service of infinite duty till their death.
Okay, cool.
After we read up on the Keyblade wielders and the war and everything, Alpha's going to look over at Marnie and be like, "Oh, Marnie, that reminds me. First, I need my card back."
She gives you the now blank card.
And Alpha's going to tuck it in his book and then hold the book in his little wing hands, and he's going to be like, "I promise if we got to see your book, then I'd read you a story out of mine. Would you like to hear a story?"
Sophie goes, "Yes, story time. Everyone gets story time. Everyone, even you, Ben."
Ben definitely is leaning against a wall, like with his arms crossed.
And kind of next to you, you see Dylan leaning against the wall with his arms crossed.
Oh,
Look at He's gonna look at Dylan and give him like an approving nod.
Dude nod.
You look good. He's gonna say, as everybody's settling in for the story.
Alpha's going to turn the book on its spine and open it up and kind of flip through the pages. And as you're looking at the book, it looks like a normal book with normal book pages, like thin paper, like you would expect from a book, right? But when he finds his place that he's looking for and opens it up, suddenly out of this totally flat, normal thickness paper, a pop-up storybook standee stands up. It starts out as it's just like a base and then like a black swirly looking ball on the top, and it's viewable from both sides, so wherever you're sitting in relation to Alpha, it's clear
Magical
what it
pop-up.
is.
Yeah,
exactly. And Alpha's gonna settle in and kind of ruffle his feathers a little bit and clear his throat. This is the legend of the crystals. Once upon a time, the universe was nothing but a vast expanse of emptiness. After endless cycles, into the perpetual void appeared the Creator, bearing 4 crystals. The yellow crystal illuminated the darkness, bringing light into existence. And he turns the page, and the next standee, the dark ball has been replaced with a light sort of orb shape, and it's got a yellow crystal in it. The green crystal molded planets and stars from the nothingness, and as he speaks, the book like, I don't know if you've ever seen those kids pop-up books where it's got the little like tabs and you pull it and it does things. He doesn't do anything, but the book automatically on its own pushes a little green paper crystal up into the orb. The blue crystal blessed the land with water, bringing life into existence. And the red crystal delivered the warmth of life to the universe, perpetuating the growth of all living creatures. And all the crystals are shown in the orb, and he turns the page, and it's like a nice, like, little landscape, kind of like you see the worlds in Kingdom Hearts, where it's like ground underneath and a flat plain with like trees and stuff growing on it.
Do you hear Dylan go, "This is a fairy tale, right?" And then Sophie's like, "Shut up, Dylan. Listen to the story."
However, there was one entity which looked upon the new universe unfavorably, the dark monarch who had ruled over the emptiness. And then
sounds like a bad guy.
And the book changes again, and a like dark shrouded figure is hovering in the sky over top of the landscape.
Well, it kind of looked how Calabar looked in that one.
To oppose the new form of the cosmos, the monarch brought into existence a fifth source of energy, the black crystal. And as he says that, a black crystal appears floating in the air over top of the landscape. And he turns the page. The black crystal twisted light to cast a shadow, and it's the same. It's the orb again. And as he speaks, the crystals change from like yellow, green, blue, and red to like a faded, washed out, like shadowy version of themselves. Much of the land was turned hostile and barren. The seas were made to rage and given the power to take life and deliver death. Fire became a force that could incinerate anything and everything within its crimson inferno. Like a parasite, the black crystal fed off of the darkness inside the hearts of all living things. Its glow continued to become more distinct and powerful. When the world overflows with the darkness of anger, hate, and fear, the fragile balance of the crystals is shattered, and the black crystal reigns sovereign over all creation. Light fades into shadow, terra firma crumbles to dust, water is turned to poison, fire abolishes all. After the flicker of life beats so strongly for so very long, will the form of the universe retake its original shape? A lonely, empty void where darkness wields the specter of rule over all it surveys? And he pauses there for a second for dramatic effect before he turns the page.
When Alpha pauses to turn the page, Ben walks out.
Oh no.
And I feel like this point we begin to fade, and we pull back, and we hear another voice. A voice that might sound familiar to you all, but you're not in the scene. Those brought into existence by the first four crystals were born in fear of the darkness. However, the Creator had given his children the key to open all doors, the potential to change. After countless years, certain creatures, and we see Doctor Strange reading a book in his study, acquired wings that permitted them to soar through the heavens. Other grew fangs and horns to protect themselves, while some of them were even granted titanic bodies that allowed them to traverse the land without fear. Life spun itself into many shapes as the potential to change gave living creatures the chance to combat the darkness. Then came the last two races to be born into the cosmos. And we cut back and Marty's like, what were the two races? What were the two?
The first had no claws or fangs, nor a shell, but instead possessed wisdom. They came to be known as humans. The second had wings that carried them not into the lofty skies, but between the world of darkness and this one. They came to be known as chocobos. Humans and chocobos. Only by working together did they finally overcome the monarch of the darkness, Babuzu. This was how all living creatures declared an end to the fear of darkness. A solution that
Solution
took over 40 billion years to come into realization. And finally, they step into tomorrow. And Alpha closes the book and sets it down on the table.
That was a really awesome story. It wasn't real. Aggie goes, oh shush. Everything's real when you give it enough thought. It's just like magic. What do I always say about magic, Marnie? Marnie goes, magic is just wanting something and then letting yourself have it. And we're gonna fade out the scene one more time for the final time tonight, as we come to an empty beach. It's dark. It's swelling. And specifically, all you could hear is the gentle waves around you. You think you're all there for a second. It seems so much like that, but there's a lone figure that stands. Tall and slender, you can only see the silhouette. The person wonders how they got here, and what this place is. We cut once more to a table in a dark place far away, in a world that the Guardians will not reach for a very, very long time. The people discuss. Well, I told him, I said he wasn't going to be able to strike the deal with the Cromwells, and he got himself beat by those brats. What else would you expect? It's good, it's good. Means much more fun for the rest of us. Looking at this, the situation seems highly illogical. We need to combat them as soon as possible. Well, don't worry about that. We still have 12 more keys to Ford. It's okay to give them one. Would you stop screwing around? We don't need this. What we need is a plan, or we'll end up like the doctor did. Once they come across me, there won't be any more Guardians. Well, why don't you let yourself be the next one to go after them? And then a kind of cackling voice breaks through. That would be me. Oh, it's time for me to show up. And I'll make use of those Guardians with my darkness. What are you gonna do, by yourself? No, I'm going with him too. Both of you? Yes, we need to fight 4 with 2. Don't you understand? Even the odds a bit. I'm going to take away their light. And I'm going to snuff it out. And I'll guarantee the next key will be ours. Because when there is no light, all that's left will be darkness. Well, we'll see how good you can do then. We'll leave it to you two. Yes, leave it to us. We shall enjoy this. And then, is there anything else you want to do before you leave Halloween Town?
There's a bunch of down talking things, but that can be on the way to the next plane.
Okay, awesome.
World.
Plane?
Yeah, I know. World.
You found yourself flying into the air as Marnie, Dylan, Aggie, and Sophie wave you goodbye, the gummy ship rising up. Benny also a little ways back as well. That's who brought everyone here. And you take off towards your next destination, surging through the sky. There are 2 options before you, and I'll let it end with you choosing this option.
Ooh.
Ooh, which one has
Spicy.
the lower combat level?
Right? Exactly.
You will have to do both these worlds eventually, but how you do them is up to you.
Is one of them a sing along?
Oh
As you-
no!
As you're kind of flying through, you get a message from doo-doo-doo. Call.
Yeah, yes,
Oh.
answer.
Hey dudes,
Oh no.
saw you just created your first. He's like, you did well on Halloween Town. Zach, get out of there. And they see fighting and like the camera being like tossed around. He's like, okay, now that I'm here, all right, I have to explain to you about your next two choices. The next two keys. I hope you guys are ready to swim, because they're in water.
Both of them?
Yeah, one's above and one's below. Which way would you like to go first? Don't just make it simple like that. Okay, one, it looks like a really nice place. It's beautiful. There's a lot of waves. Oh, there's a volcano. Oh, there's a big volcano on there as well. But be careful. But it should be fine. There should be some enjoyable people. And the other place. Oh, the other place is awesome. Deep seas, giant monsters, ancient ruins. Come on. Which way would you like to go? We'll program it to you. We'll fly the Firefly there.
I think I like the beaches and the nice people. Chocobos aren't great swimmers.
You want to go there first, but then again, you're gonna have to go there after. Or eventually.
I can't breathe underwater.
And as the darkness okay, we should also note that any worlds you don't go to, the darkness will begin to start swelling in them. So they will get the darkness will be more intensified. Sorry, we're just discovering this for ourselves.
Oh.
Stuff has been crazy, let me tell you. As I actually slip into music that probably I should have been playing because I didn't realize it. Whoops.
Sarah will look at the other three, be like, what do you guys think? I mean, we're gonna have to go to both of them at some point, but Alpha raises a good point. I mean, I cannot really breathe underwater either.
I assume you'll provide us the appropriate technology so we can breathe underwater.
Sure. But just know the way that the ethereal pathways go, once you go down one path, you gotta be stuck to it.
On one hand, I don't want to fight a volcano. I don't want to be around a volcano if it's more dark than a volcano already is. Have you seen a volcano?
Cody's just like, look, it's just, I know it's a tough choice, but stuff is getting weird around here. Dr. Strange sent Prince Caspian somewhere. Said he needed to investigate the darkness, see what was going on. Said you guys will handle the keys, or attempt to, and Prince Caspian is something's going on with the Seekers. I'm not sure. Master Strange left.
He left?
He's gone.
He's gone?
On. Yes. And we're running, and Zach's like, and we're running the house here. And as you can tell, it's a really horrible idea.
And where did he send Prince Caspian?
We don't know. You tell us that. I don't know, but wherever it is, I'm glad it's not here.
Did he say
Okay.
where he was going?
He just said, I'll be back and hold down the fort. And Kim and Max have been reconnaissing on different worlds as well, trying to get us ahead. But you're our main unit going forward so far.
If you guys want to do beaches first, we can do beaches first. It is.
Not deep dive adventure?
I think we would be maybe better off doing deep adventures if it's going to be harder after.
Well, Ben,
That's true.
you said you don't want to. You said volcanoes are bad. Do we want to deal with a volcano that's worse?
That's the problem. That is the problem. That is my great debate. Is that I don't want a volcano that somehow gets corrupted to shoot out darkness everywhere.
I say beaches first.
Does anybody else have an opinion?
No strong thoughts here.
I think that sounds fine to me.
Is that your
We can
final
go to the
answer?
other one right after.
Final
Yes.
answer.
Well,
Yes.
probably not, but we'll see.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know yet. uh,
We risk losing whatever planet we don't go to, is really what it comes down to. Because if they get an idea that we're going one way, the smart maneuver would be to go to the other planet.
Well, I guess those are just the hard choices we must make then.
We could just force our way onto every planet.
We can't do that all at once.
sounds kind of dark, dude.
He takes a moment and he shakes his head. He's like, nah, but point is that, yeah.
Well, if you're gonna go for the beaches, I'll program the route now. You still gonna fly?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Awesome.
We're good.
We took good care of the Firefly for you, just like we said we would.
Oh, thank the light. All right, be careful and good luck. And remember, the gummy ship can't land in water.
What?
And he waves you off as you accelerate into the next world. Who knows? We'll see soon enough. As you head towards the next world, which seems to be covered in water with the exception of islands. A volcano perched around a reef of coral and smaller islands, and a new adventure waits the Guardians of Light. Next time on Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War. Thank you to everyone that watched this episode. It was exciting. I hope you all had a blast and are excited for the very next episode. The 22nd, the main party will not be playing. Instead, you will be privy to episode 3.5, a special tale involving some special guest stars. I won't reveal you to who they are just yet, but take your guesses who they might be. Maybe you know who those voices were that I were trying to do and coughing trying to do it. I hope you all enjoyed. Before we leave, let's go ahead and give everyone their plugs.
Okay, well, I'll go first. So let's see, what's today? Thursday. So you can find me on what are days? Sunday, right on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. Back here for the penultimate episode of Iron City by Night. Then on Monday, you can find me over on Gehenna Gaming at 7:30 Eastern for Monster Hearts 2. And then you can always find me on Twitter. I think the overlay has our Twitter handles on it, if I remember correctly. So go follow me there. Sometimes I post things. I don't know, not that often. That's
Awesome.
it. That's all I got.
I'm Lucian, and you can find me at Twitter with the handle that's there. I'm also on Twitch. I'm gonna try to play more Heart of the Forest next week at some point if you like werewolf, and by that I mean read to you Heart of the Forest because it's like a visual novel. Otherwise, you can find me on all of the Discords. I'm on Facebook also under Chaotic Lucian. If you like LARPing, I storytell at a game called Night Realms if you're into high fantasy games. Otherwise, that's about it. And I'm excited to chill with you all in chat next week.
All right. Hi, I'm Zeke. I am founder and president of We Are Games. We're an immersive media company. We make alternate reality games and various kinds of transmedia fiction. We don't have any projects running right now because our big one is on hiatus, but we've got a lot of really cool plans. We will be at Gehenna Gaming's Virtual Horror Con 2 at the end of February. We'll be running a one-shot of the TTRPG we're developing called To War. It's an outer space kind of cosmic horror, on spaceships. Let's go with that. Like Star Trek meets Cthulhu. It'll be a good time, I promise. We may also be joining in a couple of panels while we're there, but it's going to be awesome. You guys should definitely show up for all of the cool things everybody's going to be doing. You can find us on Twitter at the handle down below my face, and I think that's all I got.
Cool. I'm Leslie. You can find me in the chat at Baltica, or you can find me on Twitter at the handle below. I also do a podcast about video games called Hot Garbage Gaming. No new episode this week, but I just posted a new one last week where we talk about games we're looking forward to in 2021. And you can listen to that wherever you find your podcasts.
Awesome, everyone. I'm Nobleman Nick. I'm the stream producer over at Gehenna Gaming. That's usually my usual stomping ground, but I love my brother Wes so much. He's my boy. Himbo bros for life. So I'm so happy. I'm going to say it every episode. I'm so glad he let me run my dream game on this channel. Big stuff you can see from me. I will be running the second part of the Contagion series over on Gehenna. We'll be playing Geist the Sin Eater over on the 23rd of January on Saturday. That's not this Saturday, Saturday after. It's going to be awesome. It's a lot more horror and tying into the bigger story. So if you want to see something more horrific and a little bit more serious, definitely take a check out. We have an awesome cast. We also on this Saturday have a pretty cool game going on. We're doing V5 Viking eras, Dark Era. So that's awesome. So you like Vampire the Masquerade, which if you like Iron City by Night, you should totally check it out. It's going to be story told by our friend, our family, Ellie Collins, awesome storyteller from Atlanta by Night. She's amazing, and she makes like these awesome stories, so it's going to be great. What? Oh, there's my F-bomb. Jesus, why?
At the very
so
end.
close.
You were so
I
close.
was so close. Whatever. It's okay. I get one. And yeah, so continue. Oh yeah, and VHC. So VHC is Virtual Horror Con. It's an awesome convention we ran last year, when all the pandemic was just started and all the conventions were getting canceled. It was a great thing for charity. We raised all this like money for it. We made this great donation, and we had a lot of fun. And there were so many games and so many amazing panels and so many amazing people. It was actually the first time I ever worked with Gehenna, so that was kind of the entry point. So we are running VHC again, 2021 Electric Boogaloo, as I like to call it. It's gonna be on February 19th through the 21st, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go check it out. If you want to run a game, and for people at a convention, we are taking game signups. If you are someone a little bit bigger and you're like, hey, I want to run a panel, or you're like, I want to sponsor, let us know. If you have a product to sell, we'll do it too. We can, just send us a message, talk to us. Yeah, that's awesome. Virtual Horror is going to be amazing. It's going to have a lot of great fans. And yeah, games, I'm going to be running panels on it. I don't know. I put a lot of stuff on the panels I want to do, so I don't know. I'm going to be mainly behind the scenes, but I've been told I will play GM some stream games, so hopefully they'll let me do that Jurassic Park game I wanted to do. I guess I said a little bit too much, but interesting. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. My players are amazing. You viewers are amazing. I love you. We love you. Maybe they don't, but I do. And
We
yeah,
love you.
we need more guest stars. Don't badger. But if you know any like awesome streamers that want to probably be interested in this, let them know. Send them a link. Put the word out. This is all about organic marketing, man. We just gotta spread the word like wildfire. We're the only interstitial game going on right now. I'm pretty sure. It's kind of like, and what other game do you know that's just like Kingdom Hearts? We're not even streaming under the tabletop tab. We're streaming under Kingdom Hearts. How cool is that? You can look at the VODs on Twitch, and then they're also on YouTube. We got a little bit of a issue with some copyright last week, but hopefully I fixed that and didn't trigger this one. We don't know. This whole game is a little bit about testing where I can poke YouTube enough before it finally swats its big paw at me. You all have a great day. This is the end of Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War, and we will return. Well, I will return next Friday, but this group in particular will return on the 29th as well. Have an amazing day. Or amazing night. Mwah. I'll be in the Carrion Comfort Discord shooting the shit. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.